Well, this is better than when I tried the video earlier. It was so foggy I could barely see the yard light from here. And yeah, shops opened up. I put a bug bomb upstairs last night. See if we can save some time today and just vacuum them up and not have to worry about trying to get them flushed out and kill them. So I figured it was a good idea to let that air out this morning, especially since there was quite a few dead bugs in the main part of the shop. And I closed the door upstairs, so, you know. Anyway, you're supposed to let it air out, so yeah, I figured that's probably the safer thing. Then I went back in, stayed in the warm, caught up on comments and videos. And now the fog is gone, for the most part. It's probably foggier than hell everywhere else, though. So I go back out and close the door, let it get warm back up in there. Because it ain't real warm out. And we'll see what happens today. I mean, foggy morning usually means you're not going to get rain, but that's not always the case. And we're supposed to have a 100% chance today. So, let's see. We'll see what we get. But at any rate, I know it can't be much warmer on the other side of that hole right there than it is where I'm at. About 38 this morning. Could be worse. Huh. Seems like this thing just sits here and keeps dribbling water. And it's dribbling like crazy at the moment. Yeah. Anyway. Look at the floor. You see lots of little sods. Some of them are ones we've been stomping on, but there's a bunch when you get over here that didn't get stomped on. Oh, and Thailand emptied the vacuum cleaner and she dumped it out into a 4-gallon bucket full of soapy water, and there's not much water in the bucket. And it's half full, but see right here. The floor's covered with little bastards. Mostly box elders, but there's a few stink bugs. I don't know how many of these are got any life to them. Yeah, a little bit of life. Most of them, I'm pretty sure, probably don't have much life, though, which is a good thing. Well, look at them on the floor. A whole bunch of them over there. Wasn't too many on the floor last night. Right down there by that brace. Yeah. And a whole bunch more came out up here too. Kinda everywhere. Yeah, because this part of the floor was clean. And yesterday we had probably 50 flies bouncing off that light while we were in here. I don't see any flies up here now either. I think I just, there's some still moving. What the hell? Of course, they probably came in after the fact. Because that 2x4 above the insulation, the top of that Corvée is, my finger's on it right there, and then the fiberglass is lapped over it, so they sneak in right there. A whole pile of them there. Ooh, a lot of them there. Yeah, I thought about lighting 2 of those things off up here. They're just little bitty cans now, but it's like there's only so many feet up here. If we got most of them killed off, we can get it cleaned up, right? Figure out what stays and what goes. She had that shelf vacuumed off too. Oh, and she's on her way. She's sitting in traffic at Manning. She says 26 is bumper to bumper and not moving. And really foggy. But yeah, I figured that. A lot of times the fog will lift here, but the rest of the county's fogged in. I can get rid of this thing. It's not much good now. And I don't remember how many feet they say it is, but yeah, it works. Anybody remember this shit? Microtech MT5000 monitor in there, and a radar. There's some boom valves, sectional valves in here. I'm not sure if I need these other valves for the sprayer we're working on. It's actually the same console, but we don't have all the boom mounted valves like this one was. This all came off of our 3-wheel chassis when it was still original, a Wolverine. And now that it's a rebuilt, it's going to be different. But this big huge box didn't need to be up there anymore. And a lot of this stuff didn't need to be in the shop either. So what definitely goes with that being boom valves, radar, and the console will go in that box. What I'm not sure about, yeah, I'm going to put somewhere else. And that wad of wires is a pressure sensor at the end that's connected to that little box, and that little box says that's actually the, I guess, the brain that tells what the pressure is to send it to the control. But these were the boom mounted valves, and I'm just taking the fittings out of them and cleaning them up because they're slightly full of shit, right? And saving the fittings, and there's nozzles and banjo fittings, all that stuff in here. And say none of it needs to be in the shop. It needs to go where all the spray stuff is. And as I'm sitting here, yep, they're still crawling around. I kicked 2 or 3 of them off this box so they don't go in it. And yeah, she's up there jamming the music and vacuuming, and I think she's got the first 10 feet pretty well covered now. Frickin' critters. Oh, see if we can see this. I gotta watch crap all over my hands. The banner up here. There, get back here. That little dark spot right there, that's a cluster of bugs. Another one right there at the top. Find my finger. Can't find my finger. There's 2 of them right there. Bugs on the outside of the thing. I hate to guess how many are behind the signs up here. That banner was covered with them earlier. There must have been 100 of them on it. They've all kind of worked their way behind it and hiding. They ain't gonna last long though. They're not gonna be in here when we're done. And Tom didn't get my part made. He's on his second Monday of the week. I mean, maybe he's gotten to it by now, but I doubt it. So anyway, this is what I'm doing while she's up there doing that. Using the mule wipes to clean stuff up so you can see it. And I know I didn't do the best job. I didn't wipe the plug-ins and stuff down, just the console. And we wrote the serial number on top because the tag was pretty well toast when we got it. I rewrote that on the bottom. I think I got it right, but it's hard to read. So yeah, fun. Took a little break from cleaning. Ty's feeding in the barn and messing with them heifers she's got tied up. And you probably hear a kind of sick sounding noise behind me. That'd be Ron. He called me. He says, "Hey, I'm hauling dirt, but it's like 60% rock or something like that." He says, "You want it?" I said, "Well, I don't have a stockpile of anything, so sure." So, there's Piglet. I'll get you more of him in a minute. We'll say hi to him. These girls haven't been out in 2 freaking days. They ate all their hay and they won't go out and eat grass. Like there's a lot out there, but I ain't feeding them tonight. He was too quick. He waved, but the camera wasn't going. There he goes. I take a step or two back here just because I see a bunch of clay, I see some rock. Yeah, there's quite a bit of rock in there. That'll fill it in the cow lot when we get to cleaning and find some holes. And Blue just lost his toy, if you noticed that. That toy has been, well, it came out of a field probably 10 years ago. And if you did see that toy, it's like, yeah, right about there. It has been hauled out in the manure spreader God knows how many times. He knows it's there, he just ain't gonna find it. It ain't quite as much rock as he said, but there's enough rock mixed in there that it'll pack. And that's what we need. So, anyway, open this back up. At least he didn't get stuck in here. If he'd have been over here, it would have been different. But let these poor ladies, so they can go out and eat, they'll get off their asses. Yeah, you need to go out and eat some grass. If you notice, I'm really trusting here because the gate behind me is wide open. But there's also 4 dogs there, so I'm not too worried. Even though only one of them left over here because the others had to go see Ron. See, there he is, everybody. You knew I wouldn't stiff you on seeing him. Dog's got to attack him. Poor bastard. I gotta swing the gate back. Back to about there. Say hi, Ron.
Hello.
There you go. Proofy's here. And look, Piglet too. Yeah, she was busy with the vacuum. I don't see too many up here at the moment. I know they're still here though. This stuff on this top shelf all has different places to go. She cleaned that whole shelf off. Everything underneath. That box is all for the screw compressor on the service truck. I still got to figure out how to make that work. And I think she's done everything in this center section. She started a little bit down to the other end and she says they're thick down there. She might have actually made it all the way to the end. I don't know. Looks like a couple things removed. But at the moment, the floor is pretty clean. I see a few down there past that brace. And there's still all them little dark spots on the floor. And I told you they're all behind the banner. You can see one hiding right there. Yeah. I don't know. I think in the last 40 years, we've probably bombed the shop for bugs twice. I'm going to put 2 bombs up there tonight. And I'll probably put 2 of them down here too. Not that I want to, but I've got them and we'll use them. And well, you saw that box was half full before. What's in it now is all garbage. I'm not going to try to reuse the PVC stuff. So, excuse me, so much stuff absorbs into it. Literally 5-gallon bucket half full of what I salvaged out of there that's sitting in soapy water where it's going to sit for a while until somebody gets a chance to sit down and, with a plastic scrub brush and clean everything up. Then we can put it in something. So, yeah, and that pile's grown. Most of what's in that pile is keep stuff, but, you know, got to get it out of the way. Like the rest of this junk. Got to move it to do anything. Well, guess what we're going to be doing tomorrow? Same shit, different day. There's freaking bugs everywhere yet. Drive me freaking crazy. Oh, yeah, you don't want to have any sudden sparkies. I do know for a fact that the firebox in that thing has a crack or 2 in it. The shop's ventilated enough, it ain't never going to kill anybody, but That's also a good reason to shut it off, because it kicks on, and yeah, it might not be a good thing. Anyway, I'm going to try to get them situated here and lit off. I debated on closing that door or not. I think I will close it, just because I want to make sure that we get it good up there. And in the morning, I just been to open it up and walk away again. Not much I can do. And the day's been one of those days. Rain, no rain, rain, no rain. Wind, no wind. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all have a great hump day. Hope your Tuesday went well, and it wasn't just another Monday like we had.